morning, everyone. Today we will talk about sequence, or how to put the sentences in order to tell the right story. So what are the words that make our sentences in order? We have the word first. First means that what happens at the beginning first. Next, what happened after first. So what happened at the beginning of the story and what is happening next. What comes next? Then, after next, we have then. If we have more than one thing that's happening in the story, we can add next and then. At the end, we can write at last. What happened at last? So we begin with first and we end with at last. And in the middle of the story, if we have more than one thing happening, okay, or more than one event, we write next and then. Okay? Is that okay? So today we have page 246 in Phonics. We should write the date. It's 26/3. Don't forget the date. Our classwork is page 26/3. What are they asking? Read the sentences, number the sentences to tell the story in the correct order. So we should write 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, in the correct order. Print the sentences in order on the lines, and then you have to write the sentences in order on the lines. Okay, let's see. Now, can you look at the picture? Here we have a girl and maybe her mother, someone with her. The girl is trying to plant. She has water. She's pouring water. She's planting a pine tree. And here we have flowers. Look, she's happy. She looks happy. Right? Okay, let's look. What are the sequence words that we learned? First, right. So the first sentence should have first. First, what happened first? First, June made a hole. June made a hole. So first she made a hole. This is what happened first. This is number 1. First. Now we said the next word should be next. After first we have next, right? First, next. Next, she put a pine tree in it. Next, she put a pine tree in it. So first, she made a hole. Next, she put the pine tree in the hole. If we have more than event, we should write then, right? Then. So after next, we have then. Then, she gave it water. Then she gave it water. So after she made a hole, she put the pine tree in it, and then she gave it water. She poured water on the tree. At last, great, at last. At last is the end of the story. At last, she waits for it to grow. She waits for the plant, for the pine tree to grow. So we have first, next, then, at last. Can you see? Now what we have to do is to write them. First, okay, June, write with me, made a hole. Full stop. The first letter should be capital, don't forget. And we should put a full stop or a point or a full stop at the end. This is number 1. Number 2, next. And you should know that after the ordered words, we put a comma. This is a comma. Okay? First, comma. Next, capital letter, comma. She put a pine tree in it. A pine tree in it. Full stop. Number 3, then. Then, capital letter, comma. She gave it water. She gave it water. So she gave the tree, or she put on the tree, water. Full stop. Number 4, at last. At, capital letter, last, comma. She waits for it to grow. For it to grow. Full stop. So let's see. First, June made a hole. Full stop. Next, comma, she put a pine tree in it. Then she gave it water. At last, she waits for it to grow. Put the sentences in order and make a nice story.